Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my shop for another special treat. Like every year in springtime, the usual suspects like Lidl and Aldi have gardening tools in their middle aisle. Right now, Lidl sells their 20-volt line of garden tools in my country of Austria. The 20-volt chainsaw, for example, for 40 euros seems quite reasonable. And they also have two grass trimmers, one for 13 euros and one for 20 euros. I took a look at them in the store, and the one for 13 euros, they suggest that you use a 2 ampere hour battery on the packaging, whereas on the one for 20 euros, they suggest you use a 4 ampere hour battery. So I guess the motor in the 20 euro version is quite stronger. When we take a look at the picture, we can see and compare and see that this one has quite a smaller head than this one. Yeah, so without further ado, here's the trimmer, 20-volt cordless grass trimmer. The model number is PRTA 20LI-D3. On the packaging, they say the handle is adjustable from 90 to 114 centimeters. The cutting diameter is 25 centimeters. The length of the filament spool is 2 times 5 meters, and the thickness of the filament is up to 1.4 millimeters. Down here we see the suggestion to use the 4 ampere hour battery. Alright, let's get her unpacked. That's her with various accoutrements and a manual. Of course, we will put that on the side immediately because that's like cheating. You get one of those distance wheels for the front. I never use them, so that we can put that as also on the side. That's the handle with integrated spare spools. That's quite nice. Here are the double spools, as we can see. The guard I'm going to throw on in a minute. So yeah, quite nice. All right, let's take it apart. I have removed all the fasteners, quite out of character for Parkside. They used 4 different kinds of screws, of fasteners. Although they are all T10 and T15, the threads are all different. These ones and these ones down here holding on those plastic plates. So let's open her up. All right. So, okay. Nothing too shocking on the first blush. Yeah, it's just a little micro switch, but it has to be expected for 20 euro Copex, I guess. I will try to take it out. Yeah, no problem, pops right out. A little micro switch, a universal one, able to switch 12 amperes at 250 volts AC or 16 amperes at 636 volt DC. On the back side, Luster, they have printed on Luster electronics. Alright, let's put it back. So it's just that little knob here, and when you actuate it, it's the bit of plastic here, it presses on it. And in order to actuate it, you have to pull or push this safety lever, and you see the spring can then be pushed down. From the switch, we go to the brains of the whole operation, the board. Not much to see there. MOSFET and a little microcontroller. A few resistors. The contacts for the batteries are soldered, nickel plated. The motor section, yeah, it's box standard 18 volt universal brushed motor, a tool motor. Soldered on contacts, 2 brushes, unidirectional fan, although it only spins in one direction, but they don't have one motor for tools that spin in one direction and another one for tools that spin in both directions, that are reversible. So, okay. I'm going to put it back together and then we will test it out downstairs. One moment, please. Willkommen zurück in meinem Garten. Jetzt werden wir den Rasentrimmer testen. Als erstes versuchen wir die 2 Ampere-Stunden Batterie, obwohl ja vorgeschlagen wird, die 4 Ampere-Stunden zu verwenden. Wie man sehen kann, der 2 Ampere-Stunden Akku ist anscheinend zu wenig. Versuchen wir den 4 Ampere-Stunden. Ich versuche mal eine vertikale Fläche zu trimmen mit der Verstellung hier. So, los geht's. Back in my shop. I have to say, contrary to my previous PARKSIDE tools I bought that broke while using them the first time, this grass trimmer is quite nice. It has plenty enough power to cut down even big grass, bush-like grass. I used it for about half an hour, and on my 4 ampere hour battery there's still 2 bars remaining. And as you can see on the screenshot, I still have 46% charge left. We can check out the voltage. 18.3 volts for 46% charge is quite plausible. As we all know, those charge curves from the batteries are not linear. Yeah, all right. The only suggestion I have to improve the tool in a future iteration would be a function to lock in this here at the 90 degrees angle, like that, because I used it to trim the borders. Right now it's only intended to lock in at this standard position and 180 degrees. So yeah, that would be quite nice. Other than that, here the blade that shortens the wire with every rotation is quite a nice idea, but they should have covered up this hole here, because as you can see, it is full of grass. Other than that, it's a good tool for 20 euros, and you have to use it with the 4 ampere hour battery. Probably if the smart battery, the performance one, is better because it has a higher discharge current than the smaller guys, the standard ones. All right, that wraps it up. I just wanted to ask you guys to please like the video and subscribe, so I can bring you interesting content in the future. As more subscribers I get, the more chances I have to get interesting tools to review from. There are so many manufacturers from especially Asia that don't make cheap, shitty stuff that nobody ever heard from here in the West, that have entire product lines to review. And I would really like to do that. Once I'm past 100 subscribers or so, I may be able to contact them, right? But before that, everybody will tell me no and to fuck off. So please consider subscribing. Good. So see you next time. Bye bye.